Welcome students to SV Union High School and Junior College. Standard 7th Geography Lesson 8 How Seasons Occur Part 2. How Seasons Occur Part 2, we are going to discuss the activity you have been carrying out since June. Make use of observation tables for month of June, September and December, in which month the duration of the day was around 12 hours. It is 22nd March and 23rd September. What could be the reason behind it? The reason behind it? The earth rotates. It spins around its own axis as it revolves around the sun. Bring out the differences between the duration of the daytime in the month of June, September and December. The duration of the night keeps on increasing day by day. What could be the reason for change in the shadow of the stick? It is because if the position of the shadow on the wall moves towards the north, the location of the sunrise or sunset will shift southwards. The following factors could be related with the change in the position of the shadow of the stick and the difference in the duration of time. The sunrise and the sunset on the horizon keeps on changing, like rotation of the earth, distance between the earth and the sun, revolution of the earth, the axis of the earth. You must have noticed the longest day is on 21st June and shortest day on 22nd December, and the days with the same duration of the day and night time with the help of the observation in the months of June, September and December. Generally, these dates are the same every year. With the help of the shadow experiment, you must have noticed the change in the position of sunrise. Let us study the changes in the position of sunrise and the difference in the duration of the day and the night time. Geographical explanation. Apparent movement of the sun. You must have realized through your observations that the position of the sun at sunrise appears to change on the horizon every day. Its position appears to move towards the north or south in the course of a year. However, in reality, the sun does not move anywhere. That is why this movement of the sun towards the north or south in a year is called the apparent movement of the sun. The position of the rising sun keeps on moving towards the south in the period from 21st June to 22nd December. This period is called Dakshinyana. From 22nd December to 21st June, the sun keeps on moving towards the north. This period is called Uttarayana. The revolution of the earth around the sun and the tilted axis of the earth are the two factors responsible for the apparent movement of the sun. Seasons occur only with a reference to the northern and the southern hemispheres. Think about in which direction will the location of sunrise and sunset appear to move after 22nd of December. On 22nd December, the sun reaches southernmost position as seen from the earth. The earth seems to stand still at the Tropic of Capricorn and then reverses its direction. The sun appears to move northwards after 22nd December. Always remember, this year you will study the apparent motion of the sun in your science textbook as well. In that book, the sun's east-west motions from sunrise to sunset, that is, its diurnal apparent motion, is also considered. In geography, we consider the apparent north-south movement of the sun. In both the motions, the sun only appears to move and does not actually move. The diurnal apparent movement of the sun is related to the rotation of the earth, whereas its annual apparent movement is related to the revolution of the earth and the tilt of the earth's axis. Observe figure 8.1 carefully and answer. How is the northern hemisphere in which you live positioned relative to the sun on the date given in the figure? The position of the rising sun keeps on moving towards the south in the period from 21st June to 22nd December. This is called Dakshinyana. Second, from 22nd December to 21st June, the sun keeps on moving towards the north. This period is called as Uttariyana. Which season will you experience in the northern hemisphere around 22nd December? It is winter. What would be the season in the northern hemisphere around 21st June? It will be the summer season. Next, if it is winter in the northern hemisphere, which season will it begin in the opposite hemisphere? It will be summer season. At any given point of time, why are seasons in the northern and the southern hemisphere different? Answer: regardless of time of the year, the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere experience opposite seasons. During May, June and July, the northern hemisphere is exposed to more direct sunlight because this hemisphere faces the sun. During November, December and January, the southern hemisphere is exposed to more direct sunlight. It is the tilt of the earth that causes the sun to be higher during the summer months. Perihelion and ephelion position of the earth, the path of the revolution of the earth around the sun is elliptical. The sun is at one of the two centers of ellipsis. The sun does not change its position. As the earth moves in an ellipse, its distance from the sun does not remain the same. It is at its minimum distance in the first week of January. This is called the perihelion position of the earth. In this position, the southern end of the axis is toward the sun. As against this, in the first week of July, the earth is at the furthest point from the sun. This is called the ephelion position. In this position, the north end of the axis is towards the sun. With the help of figure 8.1, which shows the position of the earth in relation to the sun, you can guess which season prevails in which hemispheres. Seasons occur due to the revolution of the earth as well as due to the tilt of its axis of rotation. Do you know? Due to the gravitational forces of the sun and the earth, the speed of the earth gets reduced during the ephelion position and increases during the perihelion position. As the differences in the distance of the earth in both these positions is not very great, it does not have any effect on the seasons. Geographical explanation. As the earth revolves around the sun, the equator receives perpendicular rays on 2 days in a year. This condition occurs on 21st March and 23rd September. On these days, both the poles are at the same distance from the sun. This is called equinox. The illuminated and the dark positions of all the parallel, including equator, are shown in figure 8.3. In the figure, the circle of illumination divides all the parallels from the North Pole to the South Pole equally. Everywhere on the earth, night time and daytime are equal duration. This condition is called equinox. On equinox, the sun's rays are perpendicular on the equator. In this condition, the circle of illumination collides with a great circle defined by two opposite meridians. In the northern hemisphere, spring prevails from 21st March to 21st June, while autumn prevails from 23rd September to 22nd December. The southern hemisphere has the opposite seasons during these periods. In the northern hemisphere, 21st March is called the spring or the vernal equinox, whereas 23rd September is called autumnal equinox. The equinox or solstice dates can vary by a day or so.